Well, the time is fast approaching for All-Star 2019 in the Queen City of Charlotte. Friday, February 15th with the Rising Stars, and of course All-Star Saturday night on the 16th, and the game itself on the 17th, exclusively on TNT. Who wants to see the Eastern Conference?
We all do, Ernie. America's waiting with bated breath.
So here's your other captain. LeBron's one captain, and the Greek Freak is the other captain.
Deservingly.
4.4 million votes received.
Oh,
27 points a game is number 9. 13 rebounds a night is number 6. He's shooting 58%. Ooh. Has 16 games of 25, 10, and 5, the most in the NBA. Who's on the front line along with the Greek Freak? How about Kawhi Leonard?
Well-deserved.
Third All-Star selection in his 8th season. 28 points a game is number 5. That's a career high. 8 rebounds a game is a career high. He has 15 games of 30-plus and a high of 45 for the 36-14 Toronto Raptors. Joel Embiid, the third frontline starter from the East, second All-Star appearance. 22 games of 30-plus. He's got 40 double-doubles, tied for the most in the league.
I know he's a warrior.
27 points a game, 13 rebounds, and he's 7th in blocks. Jason Tatum finished 4th in the balloting for the front court. In the backcourt, Kyrie Irving.
Yes.
6th appearance in 2019. 24 points a game is 15th in the league. He's had 10 games with at least 10 assists this year. He only had one game like that last season for the 30-18 Celtics. And Kemba Walker joins him as an Eastern Conference All-Star starter. This is his 3rd appearance and his first start. 25 points a game, 13 games with at least 30, had 60 against the Sixers in November.
Yeah, 60?
D-Wade and Ben Simmons tied for 3rd, with D-Wade getting the nod for officially the number 3 spot by virtue of the fan vote. So Kemba Walker for the Charlotte Hornets, and how cool is that going to be in a place where he's played his entire career in front of his folks there in Charlotte and getting a chance to start in the All-Star game.
I've been blessed to be a starter at home in the All-Star game, and there's nothing like it. And Kemba's been fantastic all year. You don't get a lot of love. We don't show the Hornets ever. Ever. But hey, listen, I'm happy. He's a great kid. He's a hell of a player. Good for him.
I mean, at his size, to be able to dominate the game offensively the way he does, James Harden-like, 25 points a game. Kemba says he's 6 feet, but I would guarantee you he's 5'10", without question. And to get into the lane, the ball handling wizardry, and we talk about Kyrie Irving and Steph Curry's handle all the time. I put Kemba Walker's handle right in there with them and say, let's go at it.
How about that backcourt? The handles in that backcourt with Kyrie and Kemba.
And I think he totally got in because of the way he played. These two knuckleheads over here, record this and record that. The guy's a hell of a guard. He's actually playing like.
Yeah, but their record's pretty good.
No, it's not. They're one game under 500.
No, they're in the playoffs. They're in the playoffs.
24, number 7.
They're in the 7th seed.
If you're under 500 is not winning. Don't even try. Don't even try.
But you can still get in the playoffs, and they are number 7.
Hey, listen,
he's an all-star, and congratulations.
He's in the playoffs if the season ended today.
I'm not taking a Nick. I'm taking but I'm going to take him.
Let's see how the breakdown went for the fans, etc. So the fans wanted the Greek Freak and Leonard and Embiid. That's what they got. They wanted Irving and Wade, but as we told you, D-Wade just missing out as he finished 3rd. The media. How did the media vote? Greek Freak, Leonard, Embiid, all getting 99 votes. And you saw Tatum, Siakam, and Vucevic. The guards, Irving and Walker. And how did the players vote?
That'll be interesting.
Well, they got it the same way.
Okay, good.
So, Giannis Antetokounmpo, by the way, in the player vote.
They voted the same way, but more votes went to Kemba from the players.
In the player vote.
Because he deserved it.
No, I'm just saying. It was voted the same way, but it was a landslide.
Which player got the most votes, East or West, in the player vote? Who do you think?
Giannis.
Giannis, yes, he did.
Yeah.
He got the most votes. But the thing that also happens when the players are voting, and again, this 17-page breakdown, you can go through it and see who else.
Some crazy ones.
We'll let you go through.
Who else got votes?
Give some crazy ones.
Kim Birch of Orlando.
Who?
Khem Birch, Khem, Khem Birch, who's
You
played
can
in
spell
20
his name
games
any way you
for the
want to. I
Magic.
have no idea who that is.
Come on, man.
Walter Lemon of the Celtics, who played 5 games last year.
See, they
got a
used to be
vote.
joking around.
See, now it's people.
Dante
Should
Grantham
have
of
got
Oak-
that. He should have got in. Celtics 30 and 18.
Dante Grantham and Wenyen Gabriel, who have not
Them
played.
guys
Who
walked
have not
in,
played this year.
Walked in here and bit me on the ankle. I wouldn't know who they were.
Why would they
And
bite you in the
see,
ankles?
you are allowed to vote for yourself. I don't know that those guys voted for themselves or if a buddy voted for them, but
Well, who would bite you on the ankle? Why would they walk in
It
and
was
bite you?
rhetorical, fool.
No, but that's not a saying.
yes,
if they
it is.
walk me in and slap me on the back of the head, I got it. But walk you in and bite you on an ankle,
What if I just slapped the hell out of you on national television?
I would love to try it.
I have a question for
Yes,
y'all.
sir.
How do you feel about D. Wade?
Great guy, great player.
But, I mean, now he's relying on coaches to try to
Wait.
get him in. I mean, and look, I know you've always said this is not a lifetime achievement award, but when you come to the end of a career and it is the last year for D. Wade, isn't there part of you that says, boy, it'd be nice to see him at All-Star Weekend?
Well, for me, I don't look at it like that because there's guys who might not, this is why I don't like it, Ernie. There's guys who are only going to make the All-Star team one time in their life. This might be their only time. And Kenny talks about it all the time. He says that he had one regret. He never made the All-Star team. Probably the times he deserved it, and they gave it to somebody who was more popular. And listen, we all love Dwayne Wade, but listen, on these reserves, there's some guys I'm pulling for who this might be the only time in their life they're going to make the All-Star team, and that's why I don't like that.
I mean, it'll be nice for the game, nice for the fans, but D. Wade is definitely a Hall of Famer. But what I know about him, he don't want sympathy votes. So I think he would probably say, I'm not playing like the old D. Wade. I'm not playing like an all-star. If I get in, cool. But if he doesn't get in, I don't think he's going to be complaining about
Or
it.
maybe maybe there would be a way to recognize
There you go. That's
D.
what I was
Wade
gonna
at
say.
All-Star Weekend.
I think that's what should happen. I think that, Adam Silver, and he's been doing this farewell tour, giving jerseys.
He still
How
might
about,
get in there.
how about if every All-Star gives D. Wade a jersey during the game because he's been on this farewell tour? I would
They didn't do
love
that for
something-
Charles.
Well, Charles didn't. We didn't know he was on a farewell tour. We just thought he was playing bad. So,
Oh, that was nice.
Wait, he got shot in his last game.
oh, that's true. True,
Did
too.
what?
But he
Remember
made
you
the
run up
All-Star-
and down the court, a sniper got you?
But I just think that we could do something to acknowledge him. I don't know about
Well,
making
Ernie,
it, especially there's some Nets and some.
Now, no, we're going to get into all of
Wizards,
these
but also,
reserve possibilities in just a
Magics.
minute.
the players didn't vote for him. They don't want to see it. When you put up, he wasn't in the top 5 on the player votes. And I mean, like I said, that's no disrespect. The guy is an all-timer.
But it's a weekend for the fans, isn't it?
It's
You
a
could
week.
get him, put him in a skills challenge.
Yeah, put him in the skills challenge.
So why y'all change the voting process then?
No, Ernie wanted to.
No, but I'm just saying.
Because I think.
Y'all so worried about the fans and why y'all switch?
But they also worried about the players not being able to vote, and they also worried about the people who cover the game not
It's
being
always
able to
been
vote.
about the fans. It should always be about.
Well, I think that the media who
I think this combination's good.
Yeah, I think the media who covers the game has a big influence on what the fans think as well. But I also think the players who play the game should have a vote as well. So
Yeah,
it's a
They do.
And
Right, that's why they
if we didn't have the player vote, we never would have said Khem Birch tonight, and we've said it now 3 times.
Can we get a
As a
picture
matter
of
of
this
fact.
dude?
Hey, do we have?
I guarantee y'all don't have a picture of him.
Kemba Walker's coming up next, by the way.
Hey, no, let me ask you a question.
And we have Kemba's reaction to getting the news that he is an all-star starter.
He didn't know. Oh.
I think they kept it pretty tight, pretty close to the vest
That's awesome.
during the most of the day. He made it, well deserved, that's for sure. And when we come back,
It would have been terrible if he was sitting there and didn't make it.
yeah, we will be chatting. We will be chatting with Kemba
Hey, first
Walker.
of all,
Now, I'll tell you, we wouldn't have showed that piece of video.
That's exactly right.
I hope you ain't got some guy who didn't make it up there sitting in some city.